Алло, Полесская? Да. Вы, значит, выезжаете на атомную станцию, там горит крыша третьего, четвертого блока.
Hello everyone. Our topic is the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, one of the most significant technological and human disasters in history. The disaster happened on April 26, 1986, at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant near the city of Pripyat, in what was then the Soviet Union, today's Ukraine. During a late-night safety test, reactor No. 4 exploded, releasing a large amount of radioactive material into the environment. This explosion caused immediate deaths, forced the evacuation of thousands of people, and spread radiation across Europe, making it a global crisis. Our research question is, how did the Chernobyl nuclear disaster reshape scientific risks and failures, political governance, and social life? Our project focuses on the three main perspectives: social life, political decisions, and scientific impact. Our thesis statement argues that the disaster revealed how serious scientific mistakes, government secrecy, and poor crisis management deeply affected society and changed how people view nuclear risk and political authority. In this video, we will present these three perspectives through a documentary-style news report using narration and historical visuals.
From a scientific perspective, Chernobyl exposed major failures in nuclear technology and safety systems. The explosion occurred due to both design flaws in the reactor and mistakes during a safety test, which led to a massive release of radiation. As the UNSEER report shows, the radiation caused long-term health effects such as cancer and also serious environmental damage across large areas. This source also explains how radiation spread beyond national borders and reaching countries like Belarus, Ukraine, and even parts of Western Europe, making Chernobyl a global scientific issue. In addition, international reactions show that nuclear risks were not limited to one country, but affected the whole world. In our video, we will use diagrams and historical images to explain how the explosion happened and how radiation spread. This perspective shows that Chernobyl changed global awareness about nuclear safety and environmental protection.
From the political perspective, the disaster reveals serious problems in government decision-making and communication. After the explosion, the Soviet government did not immediately inform the public and tried to control information instead. As the Politburo meeting minutes April 1986 show, leader focused on maintaining political stability and managing information rather than prioritizing public safety. This source demonstrates how decisions were made behind closed doors and how secrecy shaped the response to the disaster. Additionally, as Chernobyl History of Tragedy explained, the Soviet political system and bureaucracy made the situation worse by delaying action and hiding critical information. In our video, we will act out a government meeting to show this decision-making process. This perspective shows that lack of transparency and political control increased the impact of the disaster.
From the social perspective, the disaster had a deep and long-lasting human impact. After the explosion, thousands of people were forced to leave their homes very quickly, often without knowing if they would ever return. Families were separated, and entire communities disappeared almost overnight. As Voices from Chernobyl shows, survivors describe intense fear, confusion, and emotional trauma, especially among firefighters and families who directly experienced the disaster. This source also highlights how people lost their normal lives and had to rebuild their identities after the disaster. In addition, later reports show that some people returned to live in the area despite the risks, which demonstrates human resilience and adaptation. In our video, we will show evacuation scenes and daily life disruptions to reflect these experiences. This perspective shows that Chernobyl was not only a scientific or political crisis, but also a deeply human tragedy.